against them.
Oh, yeah.
And able to prevail. So, Octane Blitz jumping right into it. Gandhi, who do you have in this one?
You know, I think I'm going to go Complexity just because of how dominant they have been already, but I do have to say that ADV really impressed me in the Search and Destroy, man.
Okay, so we're on board with Crimzix right here, and he's going to be moving back around, trying to make something happen here, and it looks like he may actually be going for a cap early in this one, and Crim's just going to take his time, play very slow. He spots one, picks up a kill, and that is Crimzix for you. Such a great shot.
Oh, he's actually going to be able to get in here, and stopped just a little bit short there. One of the players of ADV coming up completely huge, jumping on board with Sender here, the man of the Search and Destroy, trying to just hang out top pawn here. Just really what he's looking to do is just cut off all the angles that he possibly can.
I mean, Sender's such a good player, and the thing he likes to do, and what he's told me, is that it's all about positioning for him. If he can find the position that he feels the most comfortable in, where he can pick up those kills and put his teammates in better positions, that is where adversity is going to feel comfortable. They want to simply hold those power positions and rotate as a unit rather than individual rotation. Very nice plays so far from this adversity squad, and we haven't seen the cap yet. Right as I say that, we do see a cap coming in there from Accuracy. Adversity taking the lead early on, and Twisted starting out 4-1. Why don't we switch over to him, guys?
Hold on.
Oh, Crim
was able to get on the board here, and keep in mind, Complexity does have better side here, as ADV is actually going to throw in yet another cap. And now taking a look here, and now Complexity is going to answer the call, and this is just going to be back and forth as Crimzix just scored that, going to be taken out, and now TP's going to die as well, and now we see his two members here of ADV. They're setting up a Congo line in Complexity's base, just waiting to just continue to score. Complexity has to clear them out.
I mean, and this reminds me a lot of what we saw yesterday between Team AD and Elevate. Accuracy getting a little greedy there, gets taken out. We're switching over here to Twisted, seeing what he's going to be able to do, and he's actually going to put shots into one, takes him out, and he's going to try to play, move up here, get his team in a position, and it looks like he should be able to get this capture.
Wow, and he does have his teammate there. Notice how Complexity now, if you look at the minimap, they're forced into a dilemma here. Do they go for the flip and just trade capture? Do they go back for their base? They choose to go for the caps here, and now we're going to see back-to-back caps, and now jumping on board here, we're actually going to stay on Twisted just because he's got a straight route into the base. Has one guy in front of him. Diabolic's going to be there as well, so they are looking to put yet another cap on there, and it's 6-4. Complexity still hanging out.
I mean, here's the thing. Now they're getting amped up. I hear Hilton over there screaming. I heard a few let's goes, probably more than a few. But Twisted making a play here, takes out Aix. Oh, Twisted almost gave it to him, but we see that Crimzix is going to push through that, and now they're going to try to set up and get into a position. Down by 1 right now is Complexity, but like we said, it is still early. Tons of time left to play, and I would not be surprised to see Complexity make something big happen.
We do have a guy sneaking all the way around here. And I guess he was just taken out here from ADV, so this is going to still be a 65 as Adversity's finally starting to slow it down just a little bit. There's a guy front pawn, and Twisted able to clean him up, and now looking top strip, and the 18 Warrior is going to be there. Sender's going to be the last one up. He is returning all the way back to his flag. He does have to be careful, but not too bad because Complexity was so far back when they got those kills that there wasn't enough pressure actually on the Adversity base. So we're just going to see basically a full-blown defense, and I thought Accuracy was another guy, so I got hyped up.
Yeah, and right now we see TP moving around here, trying to stay alive as long as possible. 3 ADV members knew he was there. He goes down. Crimzix cleaning him up. Let's see if he's able to get the cap. He's actually shut down right as he's on the other side of that truck. And we're on board with Aix. He needs to pick it up for his team right here, starting out 2-11. But Aix is definitely a player that when he starts to get on a hot streak, he is tough to stop. And Aix is going to feed off that if he is able to turn it around. Right now, though, on board with Karma.
60 seconds here as we're seeing one member is actually going to be sneaking in. There was TP just stopped just a little bit shy, jumping back on board with Crim. Crim cleans up one person. Karma does have his back there. There's another guy beat on. Gets the 2-piece now, and Crim is just finally starting to heat up. He's been awfully quiet here so far in this winner's bracket round 1.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing about it is that Crimzix is simply trying to get heated up. We've seen his teammates all step it up. Crim not playing bad himself, but simply we know that Crim is able to go off and play like an absolute animal.
Twisted, 16 kills, 5 deaths, 2 caps. He is an absolute savage right now. He is going to be pushing all the way back through the flag. The members of Complexity are going to be coming off the respawn. They're all going to be on their flag due to Twisted pushing up right here. He cleans up one guy. That's going to force the members of Complexity to come back. And Twisted unable to get those last shots, but he still did enough damage to keep Complexity in their base.
Yeah, I mean, Twisted is playing so well, like you stated. 17-6 with 2 captures, doing the slaying as well as the objective work as well. And you look at the caps, and they're actually dispersed evenly throughout. Twisted accuracy and diabolic. Sender just sitting back playing strictly defense for his squad. Essentially what it is a 3v4 with adversity, having 3 running out there, Sender playing passive.
Yeah, Aches, very, very rough start there. At the beginning, he was like 2-12 until the last seconds, and then he was, finally was able to double his kills in the last 20 seconds. It's very, very unusual for Aches to do that. But I want to jump on board with Twisted and see what they normally like to do, because this side is the dominant side. Now, the way you want to play this side of Octane Blitz is you want to push 2 guys out the front pawn, you want to push a guy up mid lane, and you want a guy hanging around your Broken. And you want to trap the enemy right at the back of Strip Club. And that's essentially what Complexity was trying to do, but Twisted just kept overloading Broken to the point where it forced 2 members of Complexity to return back to their flag. And now look at this, 3 members of Complexity down. Karma is about to stop him, and he is able to do so. 3 members of Adversity now pushing in. We have 1 guy coming up the mid lane. We have another guy going front strip, and now Karma is just basically going to play defense, so we're going to switch on over to TP to see how he plans on playing this.
Yeah, TP's trying to make a move over here to the opposing team, that being Adversity does score, and TP's now trying to push around here and try to confuse the Adversity squad since they do know where he is. He's trying to move back, play a little bit of defense, get shot.
Oh, this is a cap.
Twisted's waiting.
Nope, he's waiting on it. And they're going to trade caps. He does have an AR. He does have an AR, so he is going to wait just a little bit for his teammates. There's the guys coming off the strip. This is going to be easy pickings for him, as long as someone doesn't come front motel. And there's the guy coming around front motel.
Yeah, Twisted trying to set up for that spawn trip that we talked about and how crucial it was. Switching over there, and we're going to move back on board with Twisted, see what he's up to. 21-8. Twisted playing like a man on a mission. Spots another one. Down goes Ace. Twisted trying to get a turn on there. He goes down, but now we're looking at Karma from Complexity and moving over here to TP, and it looks like he is going to go down as well. Switching to Ace, trying to get something started. He picks up 1, and he's going to make his move right here. Karma up top there, and you see Ace starting to slow his roll, wait for his teammates to set up into a position so that they're able to come back. Down by 1, he picks up Sender.
Oh, this is looking really, really good for Complexity here. There's no one back at the flag here for the members of Adversity. As long as Ace can get around this corner, there should be a cap, and now it is all tied up at 8 apiece with 3 minutes left in regulation play.
Yeah, great setup there from Complexity. They had 3 people going in toward that, so they knew they were going to get it.
And just like that, 9-8 as Adversity is going to do this. Aches is in another position. He's going to be cleaned up at their base, and now this is going to be 9-8 with 2 minutes and 42 seconds left. I can't read.
All right, we're looking at Karma now, just doing a little bit of slaying. Spots 1, takes him out, gets taken out himself, and now we're going to move over here, see what's going on with the rest of the Complexity squad. Switching over to Accuracy though first, seeing what he's doing here. He goes down as well, and we go back over to Karma, coming off the respawn. He takes out 1, and Crimsix is going to take this opportune time to try to push up, and it looks like this Complexity squad right now is in a little bit of damage control, trying to get back to where they want to go, and it looks like Adversity is controlling the pace right now, and that's why they're winning.
Karma just looked at another guy coming on in the same position and just turned his back to him. We do have another member of Complexity pushing in. Down he goes. That is going to be thwarted, and now we are seeing as Karma is the lone man here, as Complexity is just going to drop like flies on the Adversity side of the map. Minute 50 left in play. Karma's just going to be a sneaky little beaver. Shout out to Chris Puckett. And he is just going to play this very slow. There's a guy right underneath him. Is he going to go for the shot? Oh, he's going to do it. And this is going to give them yet another point, and that is going to make it 9 apiece.
That was just a phenomenal play by Karma, able to jump up rather than try to run all the way down below that.
Look at this. Look at this. TP in yet another position, and that's going to make it 10-9.
Wow, great play by Complexity, and now is when Adversity is put on the spot, and Aches is looking to try to make a cap himself. He's checking to make sure he's clear. Aches doesn't know there's a guy right to his right. But look at his teammate picking up the cap right there, and Complexity takes another point in Blitz, 11-9 with just over a minute remaining. And right now, Adversity is feeling the pressure. Hilton and coaching is going to need to get them back into the game.
Jumping on board over here, as Twist is going to be taken out. We're going on board with Sender at B-Dom all by his lonesome. Has another guy. He's going to be taken out. Accuracy coming off the respawn, pushing out front pawn. And he does have a guy actually right behind him, and his teammate's going to call him out. And he's actually going to go straight into the base. This is going to be very, very interesting, and he's going to be cleaned up right away.
Yeah, great job by Karma. And you see 3 members of Complexity were actually posted up back there. Karma now is just going to sit back, and they're going to try to wait and make sure nobody's able to come in here. Adversity all back in
Oh, God.
with one.
Oh!
TP looking for another, but gets shut down. Nice try there by TP. And you see his duo, Aches, making some plays, and he's going to try to push back around here, set himself up, and he's going to try to get a cap here, which would be the icing on the cake for this game.
Yep, 25 seconds here, and Aches is going to slide in, and that is going to do it. Complexity taking game number 3, 12-9 as it stands right now.
Yeah, and while there could be another cap at the time, we do see the enemy score making it 13-9 in favor of Complexity. But great play by Cole, able to come back when the pressure was on them and able to really make Adversity pay. You saw the mistakes coming out, and you hear a lot of trash talk coming out from this Adversity squad. Hilton trying to get them fired up, get back into it. He does not want his Adversity squad to go in there and have their heads held down, especially heading into the next map.
When I take a look back at that Octane Blitz, there was very, very interesting off the beginning. I was expecting Complexity to be very, very dominant on the gas side instead of Motel, and they weren't. Right? We saw that they were actually down. And yes, Karma did have an incredible performance with 27 kills and 14 deaths. But really, how they shined was actually doing something that I've never seen many teams do, and they actually overloaded Broken side. We saw them actually sending 2 guys broken, so they would push out strip, and they would send 2 guys broken, and then they would send a guy front gas. And what that would do was basically just flip the map on the enemy and say, listen, if you want to kill us, you have to come all the way back to your base. But if you want to go cap for cap, we'll do it all day. So they set up basically a complete line at their base, covering all the angles they could, and it's in a dilemma that Adversity had to say, do we want to go for a kill? Or do we want to go for a cap? And when you get caught up in those decisions that you know as well as I know in a tournament, 1 second and you're out.
Absolutely. So, I think really what it came down to, just like you were mentioning, was simply adaptation.
Oh, yeah.
Adversity wasn't able to adapt to Complexity, making them choose and seeing which was the bigger reward for what they wanted. And thus, we see Complexity take a map and take a 2-1 lead in the series.
Yep. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, more domination, so stay tuned.